Bay Area law enforcement community, few days are sadder and more tragically memorable than Saturday, March 21, 2009. It's a day that everyone in the community will always recall where they were when they heard the news. March 21 will always be remembered as the day that 4 brave police officers of the Oakland Police Department were killed in the light of duty, in service to the people they swore an oath to protect. I rise to recognize 4 men who died 5 years ago the same way they lived, as heroes. I rise to recognize Sergeant Mark Dunnican, Sergeant Irv Romans, Sergeant Daniel Sakai, and Officer John Heggie. We lost these officers on the same day at the hands of the same murderer, but we make sure today that they were not taken in vain and that this killer did not extinguish their memories. Sergeant Mark Dunnican was devoted to the East Bay. Raised in Pleasanton, he graduated from Chabot College in Hayward and served the Oakland Police Department for 18 years. He worked in the Patrol Division, the Homicide Unit, and the Traffic Operations Section. He loved driving through the streets of Oakland on his Harley Davidson, making sure the East Bay was safe. He was even a part of the Oakland Police Department's motorcycle drill team, which went all over the state of California. Not only was Sergeant Dunnican a terrific officer, he was a loving husband to his wife Angela, who also served as a Dublin police officer for the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. He was a father and a friend. He also was an avid sports fan, rooting for his Ohio State Buckeyes and Pittsburgh Steelers. Officer John Heggie had been with the Oakland Police Department for 10 years. Before joining the force, he taught at Tennyson High School in Hayward. Even after he became a police officer, he continued to serve his community by working with kids as a high school baseball umpire. John always wanted to work as a motorcycle officer. A few months before his tragic murder, he reached that goal. A great neighbor and friend, John was willing to help someone in need. This continued even in death, for as an organ donor, his organs were used to save the lives of 4 other people. Sergeant Irv Romans' life was full of service. For 9 years, he served our country and kept us safe as a distinguished member of the United States Marines. Irv continued his service with the Oakland Police Department, a dream job for him, for 13 years. He was a dedicated member of the SWAT team, always striving to improve and keep up with the latest training. In 1999, after helping residents escape a fire, he was awarded the Medal of Valor. Sergeant Dan Sakai spent his career serving the public. Following graduation from the University of California at Berkeley, he worked as a community service officer with the UC Berkeley Police Department. After 5 years there, he joined the Oakland Police Department in 2000. Described as a rising star, Dan quickly progressed in the Oakland Police Department, including serving as a patrol officer in the K-9 unit and eventually as a SWAT team entry leader. It's not surprising that he was the class valedictorian of his police academy class. Besides being a terrific member of the Oakland Police Department, Dan was devoted to his family and friends, and as a resident of Castro Valley in the 15th Congressional District, he enjoyed all kinds of outdoor activities. It's hard to believe that it's already been 5 years since that fateful day when these 4 heroes were taken from us. I was working that day as an Alameda County prosecutor when we lost Mark, Irv, Dan, and John. And I, like so many, was shocked and shaken by the news. The magnitude of loss that the murder of these 4 officers caused was unmeasurable and hit everyone in the community. Equally unmeasurable was the community's response. In the hours and days after the news, the law enforcement community came together to support the families of the officers and the colleagues they served with. Immediately after the news, hundreds of Bay Area law enforcement community members held an informal vigil at the only place they knew to gather, the Warehouse, a grill around the corner from the Oakland Police Department. In the following days, the Oakland Police Officers Association, with the support of brothers and sisters from neighboring Bay Area police agencies, grieved together and put on a funeral at the Oakland Arena worthy of the officers' bravery. I attended that funeral and was stunned to see officers from not just the Bay Area, but across the United States. I'll never forget the Boston police officers who crossed the country to attend and lifted the spirits of the mourners. In the House chamber today, representing the Police Officers Association of California, is John Rudolph, president of the Alameda County Deputy Sheriff's Association. he's in town to support the Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Fund. The following year, I had the opportunity to attend the 2010 Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C., to witness each officer's name permanently placed on the marble wall with 19,000 other officers who have given their life across our country in service to the public. Their names are etched into that wall. Their memories are deep in our mind, and their courage is stitched forever in our hearts. Mark, Irv, Dan, and Mark, you were taken too young, but forever we will remember your service. And I yield back to Palantir.